Last one, we are on 5.3, and this is volume of rectangular prisms. Super easy. Don't make it harder than it is, okay? So now you're talking about things that are in a three-dimensional figure like a cube or a box, okay? And when you're talking about volume, now you're measuring three lengths. And so when we do that, those things are measured in, instead of square units like you have with area, now you have cubic units. So we've got, if I could put little cubes inside this big cube, right, and fill up this box with a bunch of little boxes like this, that's how many I could do in there. So if you look at this picture right here, you've got 3 across, 3 tall by 3 deep. So now that is three-dimensional. So you have, when you're finding the volume of a prism, you're going to have length times the width times the height. All three of those things, okay? Think of a shoebox. It's the easiest thing to think of. You have how long it is, how deep it is, how wide it is, okay? So when you're finding volume, all you're going to do is multiply those three things together. So in this figure below, you've got 4 times 3 times 5. Well, let's do this the easy way. 4 times 5 is 20, times 3 will be a volume of 60, and that's going to be, you can either write it centimeters cubed or 60 cubic centimeters. Okay, now let's find the volume of all these below. Go ahead and try that on your own and then come back and check yourself. Okay, so on number 1, we've got 1, 2, 3 across, 1, 2, 3 tall by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 long. So you have 6 times 3 times 3. So you have 6 times 9, which is going to be 54 cubic units. Since we don't have a measurement on that, you could just call it cubic units. Okay, number 2, we've got 5 times 4 times 10. So 5 times 4 is 20, times 10, which gives us 200 centimeters cubed. Okay. And lastly, you've got 4 times 6 times 5. Well, 6 times 5 is 30, times 4 gives you 120 cubic centimeters. Very easy, okay? I'm going to add one onto the bottom. So say you had something like the volume of an object is 200. The length is 10, and the width is 4. How high is the object? So remember what you've got. Volume equals length times width times height. Okay? And we know 2 of those. So you just pop that right in. So you know that that volume is 200. You know that the length is 10. The width is 4. The height is what we don't know. Okay? So 200 equals 10 times 4 is 40 times something. That's your h. So when you need to figure out multiplication, right, then the opposite is to divide. And I'm working you into solving equations because this is going to be coming next semester. So the opposite of multiplying by 40, the opposite of that is going to be dividing by 40. So you're going to divide both sides by 40 can eliminate one of those zeros, and then 20 divided by 4 is 5. Let's check that and make sure that that's true. So I'm saying that the height is 5. Well, let's check and see. I'm saying that the volume is 10 times 4 times 5. So I'm just double checking. 4 times 5 is 20 times 10, and the volume would be 200, so my answer is correct. So 5 is the correct answer. That's it. Easy, right?